Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I'm bringing you another property in Pima County, Arizona, because I've got the zoning information hooked up right now, and so I can talk about zoning. I'm relating zoning to zoning on different properties. So let's just go through all the Pima County stuff, right? So here's another one. So throughout this weekend, you're just gonna see video after video after video of Pima County, but that's how it is. So Pima County, this one is mobile home okay. Mobile home okay. And this is actual land. This picture behind me, I hired a guy to go out and take pictures of this property. Got some drone shots and pictures of the area, driving up to it. I'll show you some pictures. So it's pretty green looking land for Pima County, in my opinion. Some of the county maps, there's like a little stream in the back of the property. If you look at it, you can see the green stripe going through the property. I think part of the property is probably better to go build on than down by the stream. But yeah, let's take a look. Okay. I think it's neat to have water feature in Pima County. So let's take a look at this thing. 12,999. This is lot 15. So this APN number that I've got on this property, it's got two different lots in it, lot 10 and lot 15. I've got them both on the website. They're right next to each other. You could buy both of them, put them together, and have a 10 acre. But this is a 5 acre. This is lot 15. Lot 15 is the western lot. Lot 10 is the eastern lot. Land, when people number land, it snakes back and forth, and it's not pictured like a book, so it doesn't start back over on the left and go to the right. And so that's why the numbers they don't make sense. But they make sense if you know land. So either way, this is lot 15. It's on the west side of lot 10. Let's take a look at the pictures. I got some pictures. This is a picture I just had up in the background. Here's some bush cactus on the way out there. I think this is actually the neighbor lot. This isn't, the picture guy got some pictures of the wrong property. So I think this is the actual property here. Yeah. There's the green that's going on in the area in the background. This whole valley is pretty green. The time that he was out there taking these pictures a couple months ago, and I was doing due diligence on this property for doing all the paperwork. So here's a road on the way out there. It looks like there's some different plants and bush and power lines, mountains out in the background. There's a power pole at the corner. Some roads in the area. This is on the way out there. This isn't the actual property, I don't believe. This is on the way out there. He took some scenic shots. You know, photography guy's artsy and getting the artsy looks, right? So here's some shots of the bush and the plant life. This is the actual property. So there's some good footing before you get back into the bush, where I think it's more of the stream. So you could go build on this kind of brown looking stuff. So this is the road out there. You got cactuses, and you got the Dr. Seuss trees, the cello or octello, I think you call them. I just forget the name. So yeah, here's him highlighting the actual wrong property. It's north of here. It's north. This is the right idea. I just got the wrong property, which happens a lot when it comes to hiring photography people and people going out to look at the properties. They end up looking at the wrong property. It's like, there's a water well on the property. I'm like, you're probably on the neighbor's property. Person probably wouldn't have sold it to me if there's a well there. But sometimes people go out and they search my properties and they find all kinds of stuff that I didn't know was there, and they love it, take off with it. Here's the road headed out there. There's a power line on the road headed out there. This is the right property. So it's next to this house. There's a house next door with a power line, and this brown stuff over here looks like where you could build, and the green in the background, that looks like where you could try to collect water for your plants and animals and everything else. I don't think you want to build back there. You might get washed out when the rains come. So this is the original property. This is if you bought lot 15 and 10. If you got the whole thing. If you wanted the whole thing, I'd sell you the whole thing. If no one bought the other half. This is lot 15 on the west. The county has the creek mapped kind of over here, but looking at the green, it might be running through the middle of the property. So there's a bunch of these cartoons and pictures and lot lines and everything. You just got to realize that some of these are of the original property and not of the the piece of the property that I'm selling. I'm selling a piece of it, kind of like the western half, right? Lot 15 goes by the legal description. So this map is the original. You know, if you go APN wise, it gives you the whole chunk. If you go legal description wise, what we're trading, lot numbers. Lot 15 is the western half of this. Lot 10 is the eastern half of this. Different maps, diagrams, a bunch of information to look at. ruralvacantland.com. There's a link down below that'll get you back to this website to look at this stuff. These pictures of the area. This is what you're going to see on the way out there, because not very far from here. So we go into the map. So okay, so we're here on the map. Got the lot lines on the map. If we zoom out, I'll show you where those cactuses are that you see on the way. You know, pretty much anywhere driving in and out of here, you're going to see the cactuses. But if you zoom out a little bit, the hills over here. This hill is Saguaro Cactus National Monument, and this is like full-on saguaro cactus country right over here. Nope, sorry, that's the other side of Tucson. This hill here is saguaro cactus country time. Yeah, Saguaro National Park, Tucson Mountain Park. So the property's up here. You're going to go around the Saguaro National Park to get to town. So to go buy, you know, car parts, your battery dies, you go buy a new battery at the car parts store, you're going, well, hopefully you got two cars. You take the other one past Saguaro National Park, right? And then take it back out to the property. If you're living in this area, you're probably replacing your car battery like at least every other year. The temperatures and the climates wear through them pretty quick. The other thing that happens is your rear view mirror. I mean, you get in that sun long enough, the glue that keeps your rear view mirror to the windshield, yeah, that'll fail. Rear view mirror fall right in your lap, and you go around a corner, right? So people in this climate are used to it. They re-engineer, they do it other ways, and they buy new batteries for their car pretty often. So the minor downsides of having beautiful weather year-round and not having to shovel snow, rake leaves, cut grass, all that stuff, you can leave that all back in the Midwest and the Northeast and come down here and just have some more freedom. So here's pictured rocks. Tucson Equestrian Center, Maggie Road, a couple lots north, there's your property. So a satellite will show you. So this nice green patch running through here, that runs through the middle of the property. So I've got, this chunk over here I think would be where you want to build. Then you got more character to the eastern part of the property. Go let your horses run around in there, or your dog, yeah, you might want a good dog wash. Dog will go get nice and muddy back there and come back into the house over and over and over again. They'll be smiling though, won't they? They'll be wagging their tail. So happy. So we got a buy it now button. Click on that. It's asking for $500 down payment. When you take it to the title shop and go close it through title if you like, or you can pay online. We can do it either way. I'll do the paperwork, get it over in your name. Or if we use a title shop, you can just send the money to the title shop, and they'll do the paperwork to get it into your name. And then they'll pay me later after it's all, all settled and done. GPS coordinates on here. If you click on that in your phone, it'll give you driving directions of the property. Clicking on it on the computer will bring up a map in Google. We can do some 3D stuff in Google. We could play with this. We'll see if, I don't think there's going to be any topography here, but there's not. It doesn't even zoom in much. There's not much of any detailed topography here. But if we zoom out, maybe we can tell a little bit better. Yeah, so over here you can see Saguaro National Park. This is going to be straight east to southeast of the property. South of the property, I wish it would, doesn't let me pan much in this area. South of the property, there's some mountains down there. West of the property, there's a little bits over there, but I think the main thing you're going to be seeing some of these peaks off to the west, but the main thing you're going to see is going to be off to the east, the Saguaro National Park and these hills that are peeking up here. That's going to be the main vista on the skyline. You might see this peak over here to the north too, just a weird black looking one that sticks up. So let's jump into the county information. I got Pima County's stuff pulled up. And they've got the topography running through here. They've got the stream running through the middle of the original property. They've got the zoning as RH. I think this stands for Rural Homestead, if I'm not mistaken. They got the elevation at 2,054 foot. That's about the same level as Tucson. So your weather's going to be, if you pull up weather almanacs for Tucson, you're going to see the average weather climate in Tucson. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same as like general Tucson without the Tucson prices. If you go over to Tucson, I got properties for like 50, 60 grand, the cheapest in the market by a country mile. But on this side of the mountain, I'm asking, what was I asking? 12,999, just under $13,000 for the same weather, and just a little bit further from town. Different market. There's other ones that are cheaper around here to compete with. So 13,000 bucks, 12,999, and you get this. It's RH, and I think the over here elevation lets you build. This stuff starts going down into the creek, and then same over here. You get into the higher elevations on the other side. So I think it makes sense to have this as two different properties, not one, because I think there's two places to use, and then there's a creek in the middle. So I think it should be two properties. So I pulled up RH. I went through their whole system. I got to RH. It's called Rural Homestead. Zone 1. And so we'll go through this a little bit here. It's a bunch of words on the screen. You don't want to look at that. But the basic idea, if you pull it up and you pull this up, it's like, you can uses permitted, single detached dwelling. So you can build a house, go build a house, go for it. The other thing that you can do is manufactured or mobile home or trailer. Whatever their definitions are for that. You can have those on the property. You can have a guest dwelling in accordance with some section rules and regulations over here. What a guest dwelling is. They probably have, it's got to be certain size and height and restrictions, but you can have a guest dwelling, which is basically like a second dwelling. In lots of places, it's half the size of the main house or some regulation like that. Accessory structures, you could build barns and garages and office. I've done that in the past. Build an office, make these little videos out of office. It's like a accessory structure in a backyard, right? I'm in a new location now. I should probably build a new one. Got this weekend. Maybe I should slam that out, or I could be working on deeds for people. Is probably what I should be doing. Crop production used only for the purpose of propagation, cultivation. You can't do retail sales of crops from the property, but you can grow it and go sell it somewhere else. You can do field crops. Still don't know what truck gardening is. We say you can do truck gardening, berry or bush crops, tree crops, flower gardening, nursery, aviaries, raising and grazing of livestock and ratitis, big birds. Raising of hogs. You can raise hogs. There you go for it. Hog raising projects which exceed the permitted number of hogs, sponsored by the 4-H clubs. If you're part of 4-H, you can grow more hogs. If it's not like commercial, but for your kids. The raising of poultry and other small animals. Doesn't say how many poultry. Sounds like you go unlimited on poultry and other small animals. Private stables. So you could have horses on the property where you're riding them, or it's not open to the public. Commercial stable or riding school provided. Oh, here you go. My wife would like this. So you could offer horseback riding to the public, providing there's a minimum site of 10 acres. Oh, okay. You'd need to buy both properties to have it open to the public. You have to buy this one and the other one I got next door. And that all buildings be set back a minimum of 100 feet from any property line. There you go. So neighbors don't want up in their business. Community stable provided the site is a minimum of 10 acres. The stable should be located with and blah 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 blah. Farm products. So you could have a farm stand and that could be up to 750 feet. You could sell stuff. You could sell farm products. So it's 750 square foot. That's a lot bigger. That's the biggest one I've seen in this county so far. All of the requirements, industrial zone, blah, animal hospital, park, school, childcare, a lot of other stuff. But that's cool. You could do a farm stand, and it doesn't say that you have to grow this stuff on the property. So you could import fruits and vegetables and things grown on other properties and sell them out of your farm stands, my understanding. So you could have it doesn't say you could do a feed store. Lots of times in areas like this, you could do a feed store, dog food, horse food, chicken food, pig food, all those kinds of things. Every neighborhood needs one of those. So those are the regulations. That's the kind of stuff. Get your mind spinning what kinds of things you could do on the property. Reading about that, like horse stable and farm products, like farm to table stuff. Whatever you grow, whatever your neighbors grow, you can go market it. 750 square foot market. That'd be cool. They don't even have to go inside. You just have a bunch of displays. You can sit there in your rocking chair, wait for people to show up. Post it on Instagram, post it all over the internet, try to get people to come. Ship it to people online. Let them come if they want. So I've got Zillow pulled up in the background. Let's get my mug off the screen. Let's get this to satellite. Here we go. Okay, so where are we? There's Saguaro National Park. Here's a bunch of properties in this area. I'm asking 12. So I've got 5 acres, and I'm asking 12,999. If we go over here to Zillow, this is way further south. Like, as you got to watch the flood zones in this area, right? So these cheaper ones are usually in the flood zones a lot more, and they get further away from town. So there's this mountain range. You can see it over there. My hand disappears, but you can see the mountain range. It's in the way. You got to drive north of it or south of it to get to town. And the further north you get, the easier it is to get to town. Or the further south you get, the easier it is to get to town. But the stuff that's out in the middle, the furthest away from town, this is the cheapest price. So that's what we're seeing up here. So there's one, $10,300. Go look at it. Go see what the drive time is. But that's just saying. And then there is $15,000, and then the prices go up from there. So I'm asking $12,999. Besides this one that's furthest you can get from town, it's the cheapest one in the market, and then prices start going up. So go compare some of those properties, and I think I got the cheapest out there. It's not half the cheapest out there, but it's the cheapest out there. Take a look at it. And then on Realtor.com, Saguaro National Park, up in this area, see what they come up with. $15,000 pending. I mean, people are buying. That's 1 acre, $15,000. These are foreclosures. Those don't count. There's 15,000. There's a 15,000 1 acre. Mine's 5 acres for $12,999. And then there's this one, 13. Where is it? Right there, right where the wash is. $13,000 for 5 acres. Maybe that's the deal. Maybe go buy from them instead of from me. Looks like they got a power line. Looks pretty boring. I mean, go check it out. Go see if it's real. But other than that, 13,000 for 5 acres. I mean, these are foreclosure pending. 20,000. There's a new one for 25,000 for 5 acres. So Realtor.com. I mean, there's the one property. Go $13,000. Go visit it. See if you can actually find it. Get there. See what the fees are to pay a realtor to buy it. But mine, no fees. $12,999. $13,000. I might be making fun. That might be my listing. But it's I think I got the cheapest, easiest stuff out there. You go do your own due diligence, figure out cheapest, easiest out there. I think I'm beating them all from what I can figure on Realtor and Zillow, with a couple outlying exceptions. And ones that are priced higher than mine in the same area are getting picked up and bought. And if I look at the sold, people are paying more than what I'm offering mine for. So I think I'm in the lead of the market to make it happen. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. We got some maps, got the website in the background. Go hit the buy it now button, make it happen. Let me know if you have any questions, if I can help in any way. We'll get this thing into a title shop, fill out the paperwork, and make it yours. Go use it, have fun with it, love it, enjoy it. In the meantime, hit subscribe, and I'll keep serving up more videos like this about other properties in different parts of the U.S. Cheapest, easiest in the area, one after another, bing bang boom, land after land after land at ruralvacantland.com. Thank you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.